being in that relationship really made me realize, like, what it is like to be in a white man's shoes. Oh, shit.
It's Thought Shit.
Hi, guys. Welcome to Thought Shit. I'm Carson.
And I'm Kiara.
And on this podcast, we tell you crazy story times, give you hot takes, and give you advice that you probably don't want to hear. But you need to. And today, we're doing another little, like, reality of this episode. Mm-hmm. And today, since we're both black girls with varying types, we're talking about the reality of being in an interracial relationship. Fun. With different races.
Yes.
So, we just picked, like, a bunch of different questions that we made up. We just put stars next to, like, 5 of them. And we're just kind of gonna answer questions, and then we'll give you, like, little story times and backgrounds kind of amongst our conversation, I'm sure.
Period. I'm gonna start the timer. Hold on. Okay.
Yes, we have a timer.
Yeah.
This is a Tuesday night.
And also, sidebar, just literally 20 seconds. It's funny. I'm getting my first hate messages on TikTok as we speak.
Well, they're not the first. Sometimes we post things. Remember when that random, like, critter called me a bop? Like, I didn't even know what a bop was.
Not a critter.
Literally, I was, like, so baffled.
No,
like,
he called her a filthy bop. He
like,
said,
that's
filthy
crazy.
bop. Go get on a scale.
Honestly, you guys, some of the stuff we post, sure, we are saying some crazy shit.
The bearded women are coming after me right now.
We had, like, a little clip, like, about PCOS.
I don't give a literally, my mom has PCOS, my grandma has PCOS, Jody has PCOS.
Right.
They laugh about how they have to pluck their chin hairs and shit.
Right. So people are mad about that on TikTok right now.
They said I'm single because of my personality. We've been new.
Comment down below if you agree.
Here's my thing. You can't make me feel bad about myself for something I already know.
No. But I don't know. Getting legitimate hate is funny to me. Because, like, wow, people are really mad enough. Like, that is funny.
I know. It's so funny. I told her I'm over here deleting comments. I was like, okay, not too much. I got too many people agreeing now. Why we got 23
I know,
likes?
literally. So funny.
I was like, no, my personality is exactly why one day I will find my man.
We should read them, though, because that shows how many people are watching the video and then feel compelled to go to the comments because they know shit is going to be in the comments. I deleted one.
I couldn't handle it.
No.
Let me be me. But anyway.
Anyway, we'll jump into it. I guess we'll go back and forth. Kiara, which question do you think we should answer first? So, first question, has your relationship history changed your type overall? I'll get us started. I have genres, subtypes, if you will. This rings true. I think from what I was exposed to, and also just the natural instincts of myself as a woman, I like a white man. Here's my explanation. My first sexual awakenings, I see your face, Catherine. My first sexual awakenings were Jesse McCartney, Joe Jonas, and Outsiders Rob Lowe. Okay.
Period. That is so obscure. Yes.
But so accurate. But if you don't know, you were born after the year 2003. If you do know, you remember. And you remember the fanny flutters you got in elementary school.
Fanny flutters!
Okay? So, those were my first 3, like, yes, I am feeling things.
Yeah.
All white men.
You're so funny. You unlocked a memory for me. Sorry, I'm
so
tripping
what is a
out
girl
on that.
to do? What is a girl to do? So, I know that is my, like, we've reached back to our true core, who God intended, right? Next was when I was exposed and then battered. Not legitimately battered.
Was like me?
There was no domestic violence in my life. But
figuratively,
the light-skinned athlete, I banish you because I have been done.
You guys, her eyes are watering.
I'm getting flashbacks. I have been done the dirtiest by a black athlete. Oh my god.
They some hoes.
They some hoes. They liars.
Trifling. Just trifling.
Truly trifling. And also the smallest.
And that's why they act like that.
The inside scoop.
No, true.
Okay.
Open a dictionary to trifling, and it's a dark-skinned athlete. The worst of them, though, would be a dreadhead. But
that's true.
You did not.
Second best is a light skin. Get away from me.
They're evil because everyone.
They know they're pretty.
Especially where we went to school.
Yeah,
everyone's like,
no
"Ooh, I want one."
There's no way. So that's my second type, right? So we have just like, when I say the white, I mean like, my celebrity crush is Jacob Elordi. I don't want to hear it from you, but like that, right? The sexual awakening celebrity crush Jacob Elordi. Then we have the light skin athlete. Then we have. I don't know how this happened. I think it was because my first ever, like, legitimate crush was a ginger in elementary school, in kindergarten. His name was Ashton. If you're out there, hey, ginger as hell. Sorry. But my subtype is also ginger adjacent. I don't know what it is. We
listen and we don't judge.
What are we going to do? I forget my original point. Oh, how have they changed my type overall? I was getting really...
thinking about all your types.
I was like, wow, let's go through the timeline. I would say I've been in 4 relationships, 3 real relationships, but 4, okay? If you know, you know.
You're so
Go
annoying.
to our breakup episode. My first 2 boyfriends were both half white, half black, okay? I've never been in a relationship with a full black man. I don't know what that says about me as a black woman. But my family gives me shit, so you guys don't have to, okay? So 2 light skins. One of them was a high school relationship. One that was fine. The other one was from Sacramento. Okay?
Oh, yeah. No.
Third one is my first white boyfriend. So
that's silence.
We finally made it, right?
Woo!
But at what cost?
So gross.
He had money. He was tall. His family was cool. But I feel like being in that relationship really made me realize like what it is like to be in a white man's shoes. You know?
Very
and just the level of comfort that's there.
Yeah.
Like, it's a safe place. Okay? And then the relationship I'm in now is also with a white man. But it's so different than the last one. Because the last one was so insane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a bit more tame. But I don't know. There's always like a, what's it called? That box. What's that called? You know that movie? Do you know that movie?
Box? Bird Box?
Not Bird Box.
What movie?
Not Bird Box.
Don't ask me about movies. You have a degree in this.
It's like there's like a different level that I am afraid to access. Like how my cousin's gay. Hey. Married a white dude, right?
Oh, yeah.
Dating for so long in a happy relationship. The white guy, like, fucking relapses and starts drinking again and then wants to call him and like, you know what I mean? Like, years
I understand now.
To where it's like, I'm also, like, afraid of you.
Yeah.
But I feel safe, but, like, what if you turn on me? You know what I mean? That's the kind of in the back of my mind sometimes.
Jesus.
I don't know. White guys just give a different energy. Like,
you're just like,
to where it's like,
horny and afraid.
Behind those blue eyes is like an anchor.
Ew.
That has been untapped. You know what I mean? That's why, like, white guys over 30 are like the most likely to kill like their whole families. That's actually a statistic. And I tell every white man I'm with that. Like, did you know that?
With that. Because what the fuck?
Right. So that hasn't changed my type overall. At my root, no. when I was dating a lot of black athletes,
In practice,
that
yes.
experience in practice turned me off. And being with white men, black men, they're not afraid to say something and give me shit about it. But they got a snow bunny on their arm. Okay, so how about we pipe down and turn the judgment elsewhere? That's all I'm gonna say about that.
I agree.
What about you?
My types changed a lot. I started off as a Koreaboo, circa 7th grade. I started young. First sexual awakening. Oh, pardon.
Yes.
Excuse. No, I was in a YouTube deep dive on One Direction, and then in the recommended, it was a K-pop video, and it ruined my life.
Who did you like the best in One Direction?
See,
Doesn't
I was a
matter, but I'm
whore and would
curious.
flip-flop, depending.
Between who?
My first, was it first Zayn? At first it was Zayn, and then I remember I flip-flopped to Liam, because he, R.I.P., he was dating
literally.
Danielle Peaser, and I was like, oh, she's light-skinned, curly hair.
I remember that.
He would like me, so then Liam was my favorite. And then Louis was never my favorite, because that is a closeted gay man, and I could tell. Like, what the why are you wearing suspenders? And what were those shoes? The Toms or whatever? Do you remember?
Toms. Toms
the
were
hell?
popping back in the day. I remember that.
Him and Harry for sure were in cahoots. I'm telling you, Larry, I believe it. But eventually, Niall was my favorite, because I'm gonna get hate on TikTok again. I don't give a I was like, well, he's the ugliest, so I'll have a chance. I was not
all the
cute.
Niall fans roll out.
I was, this was my thought process when I was like 12 years old and went to their first tour. So I don't want any directioners coming to me.
Please comment down
Or
below.
actually, yeah, I was going to say, give us engagement.
Yeah,
Literally,
right.
me responding to everyone on TikTok. Thanks for the engagement,
Literally.
boo.
I feel like all the girls that liked Zayn now have had at least one black boyfriend.
Yes.
The early signs.
So fucking funny. But no, so I was a Koreaboo. So I was specifically seeking out Asian men like a freak and collecting them like Pokemon. So weird. Once I went to college, I was phasing out of the Asian shit because I was like, what is happening? Liked white guys, but it was because of where we were. We're in Orange.
Yeah,
You have to like white guys. Like,
that was literally all there was.
You don't have a choice. I mean, there was a shit ton of Asians, but I was over it. I got done dirty.
But I was in a phase, like, I feel like now it's like, okay, sure, white guys are attracted to me. I was so baffled, like, trying to crack the code, like, early college days, like, how are these girls getting white boyfriends? Like, I literally could not get a white man to look my way for the life of me.
And if you did, they said some trifling shit like,
Literally.
You're my first black girl. Or like, oh, my normal type, or it's white, blonde volleyball players, but I thought you were cute.
Like, I never understood it.
And that, even if you got in that situation at the time that Carson's talking about, in like 2018 in Orange, even if we did obtain a white man, or at least in my experience, like, I had to pursue it first. Like, he didn't just approach me. Like, remember when we asked Ryan, who was on the lacrosse team, we had a white man on the lacrosse team literally text his lacrosse group chat and be like, who here likes black girls? And like 4 of them responded. But it's like, we had to do stupid shit like that to find out that a guy would be down for a black girl. Because they would never, ever approach us.
But why? Like, I don't know.
Honestly, I never got it up until recently. I was like, I completely understand why I would be intimidating to a white man. Because in my experience, when I see, okay, like, let's say with Latinos, for example, like, at least where I am working in Anaheim, it seems like Mexicans do like to date other Mexicans because culture, whatever, you do you. But it's like, there will be attractive Latino men I see, and then in my head, I'm like, well, I'm not going to hit on him because he's not into black girls. Like, I have that thought. I'm like, he probably only likes Latinas. Most of the time, I am correct, but it's because of where I am.
Right.
But I know for a fact white guys have that same thought process. They assume we like black guys.
Right.
They just, and so I do get it, because I'm like, if I were a white man, saw a pretty ass black girl, but in my head, I think she only likes black guys, I'd be like, why the fuck
would I go up to her?
I was like, that, I'm goofy.
Yeah.
That would, like, I do get it, because guys already, race aside, are nervous to hit on women.
Mm-hmm.
So specifically, I think with black women, we're just intimidating. They don't know that rodeo. They don't know what the hell's going on.
But grow up.
I was just gonna say, be a man, grow a pair, grow
Literally.
up. I'm a girl, so I can be shy.
I'm not shy. I go right up to you. Hey, what's your name?
Hey.
If I got the right juices flowing.
Stop.
Literally. Honestly, anybody that knows me, best drunk, me. Because my confidence is through the roof. I can do anything. I can do anything. Like, it's actually incredible.
It's so funny.
And like when I went out with people like from grad school or whatever, because I was telling them, I was like, you guys don't even know, right?
So you don't know who the
After we went out, they were in the group chat like, we had no idea. Like, it's really unmatched.
Always get free drinks. No, she's a baddie. She's like got us at tables, like entire tables. We're just taking shots. We didn't even do nothing. We didn't flirt with nothing. We just existed.
Literally.
Thank you, Carsey. No, but yeah, went from Asians to whites, not by choice. What happened after college? I think that's when that is when my Latino shit started. Because once I got into my second relationship.
Oh yeah, like the last year of college.
Yeah, he was Persian Salvi. And so I think now, life update, I'm no longer saying my type is a Latino poppy. I came to that conclusion last week. I understand why I would think that, because you've seen Anaheim. It is straight.
Yeah.
Dude.
But what is your type?
So I like someone like a tall, tan, and handsome. He could be Middle Eastern, but I like
tall, dark, and handsome.
Yeah. See, I was like, it's
all right.
But I was saying Latinos because it's like, dude, we're in SoCal. Yeah. What the fuck?
No, but that guy you sent me like a week or so ago, I was like, oh, he's cute, but he wasn't your usual type. I think he was Middle Eastern.
Yeah, and then that's when I realized. I was like, I didn't even realize. I was like, they're cute. I was like, what the? I was DMing that Pakistani guy, and I was like, huh.
Good ass jeans. Children would have the thickest hair.
No, nice ass head of hair. It's like kind of curly. Yeah. That's Latino adjacent.
Right.
They're tan or brown. Same shit. I don't care.
No, like the combination of like black and Indian or like black
and Pakistani,
pretty ass
Oh no,
kids.
I literally have started seeking out Indians. I'm like, what the
I'm
going
dead.
on? I've never been here before. Like, I was like, this is
uncharted territory.
Because I never knew any. Just where I've lived, there's never really been Middle Easterns. If there was anybody Indian, it was like one Indian.
My mom used to tell you she dated, I don't know exactly where he was from. I want to say
Sri Lanka or some shit.
Like Saudi Arabia or like something like that. But my mom dated and he was 6'6".
Oh.
Joyce be killing it. Mom, if you're listening, comment down below where he was from because I forget.
That moan came from my gut.
No,
bro.
but like, come on. Like, why isn't that my dad? No, kidding.
No.
Jokes.
But no, so, like, that is my new type. It's not, like, a specific race. It's just, like, that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense to me.
I mean, I was like, I like that.
Yeah. So
that's where we're at right now. According to TikTok right now, I'm single because of my personality.
I know. I'm dead.
I need your mom to go watch those and tell me what she thinks, if I was mean or not.
No, my mom literally said today, my mom was like, they're so funny. Kiara says some crazy stuff, though. I was like, right. She does. But my mom was like, but it's so funny.
See? Okay. See, that if Joyce says it's okay.
No, everyone that watches our stuff, I was telling Catherine this, too. Like, randomly, it's honestly terrifying. People in my class who I don't even talk to come up to me. Oh, my God. You have a podcast? I'm like, fuck. I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, my God, I saw it. So funny. Like that's always the thing I get so funny.
And I also have to remind myself,
at least there's that.
You're not doing it right if everybody likes you.
No,
If
and that's what I'm
everybody
saying.
likes you, you're not like.
And if you're like eliciting a response, that's a good thing. It's better than people just like scrolling right past it, like not caring at all.
It's also funny how social media works though, because that's a longer version of a clip we've already posted. Because I already posted a clip about why am I single? Like there's bitches with beards out here and they got boyfriends. What the hell?
Right.
We posted the shorter clip. Everyone was just dying laughing. I post the longer one.
They're
now
mad.
they're pissed off. But in both clips,
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. The part they got mad at was both clips.
Yeah, it's weird.
But see, you know what I'm saying? Like PCOS bitches. I'm kidding. I probably fucking got it. I don't know.
I'm dead.
But I'd say next question.
Yeah. I would say, has being in an interracial relationship ever made you feel more aware of your blackness or less? In the beginning, I'm always more aware of it.
Yes.
But I think here's the thing that's interesting about both of us. Because we've made if you don't know, we have an episode about always going to school or living in like predominantly white areas, right? You should go watch the episode. So I've always been aware of my blackness, but I feel like like kind of the thing where people, I mean I'm not saying you, but like people who are like half black, half white are like, I never feel white enough, I never feel black enough. I'm black, but I guess it was like where I grew up and just how I am as a person, like my personality and interests are so much more compatible with white men. It's actually disgusting.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
because you're an artsy-fartsy Seattle baby.
That's what I'm saying.
And you go
and a
thrifting
black
in your granola.
So, I don't need the tone.
You heard me.
But a black dude, like from LA, is trying to tell me to give him princess treatment and buy him a drink and then not have anything to talk about with me because all he does is like sell customized shoes in his basement, okay?
Not to sound like your grandma, but can't you find a granola black man? Seattle?
They remind me of my brother.
Ew. Okay. Oh, you know what? Okay, yeah. No, that's actually
Like-
so valid.
Like my brother,
No, you're right.
love him.
Traumatizing.
Artsy, fartsy mother. Okay? I don't want to, and also just not my type.
Yeah.
Like, I do not date artsy fartsy dudes.
You know what?
I really
As
don't.
an artsy-fartsy black guy, I'm gonna say it, I'll piss someone else off. That shit is gross. I'm thinking of the artsy-fartsy black men we went to school with.
No, like, just
Ew.
not my type at all. And the only one I did experiment with,
No, that's what I'm saying.
literally, we're not monetized yet anyway. I was taken advantage of in ways, okay?
Sorry, it's so funny, just the way you
Which
said it.
we do not appreciate, and I will find you, but you're blocked because you stalk my social media with your ginger girlfriend, who is out of your league. Anyway.
You heard her.
Ugh. Get me fired up. Nothing gets me pissed off like that. Okay?
I've also
And you know who you are. And you're probably watching this because you're a freak. Okay? But anyways, circling back, when I've had that, I think that's also why
That's what I was
my
gonna say.
two black boyfriends have been half white. Because they also have that white shit.
Yeah.
To where we can share similar interests. But the people the two boyfriends I have been truly the most, like, compatible in terms of, like, personality, humor, interests, have been my white boyfriends. And that says a lot about me.
Yeah,
and I know that.
Gross,
and
but
I
it's okay,
know
but
that.
It's okay.
But it's like, I would rather do that and genuinely feel more like myself
yeah.
than trying to, like, up my blackness for some random ass that is going to treat me like shit.
Yeah, no, I agree. For you, it makes sense. I just think we grew up completely different. I grew up white. Like, I was raised by my white
literally.
family, my white Republican Trump supporting family being like, remember you're white too.
Yeah, insane.
So it's like, for me, a white man is honestly my
Like,
worst
you want to get
fucking
away
nightmare.
from
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
fuck
no,
no.
I get
And
that.
on top of that, for me, I've said this my whole life. If I marry a white man, our kids are going to look
A quarter white, that's insane.
bro, because I'm 40% black. Not even a full 50, bro.
The way you say that.
I cannot be the only one saying nigga in my household. Like, that hurts. And I'm not
Yeah,
letting my
that's
white ass looking kids say it either. Ew. I'm like, you can't say that.
That's insane.
Like, I hate that. But I think that's why the idea of a white man,
yeah.
sorry, literally,
The swallow was crazy.
is literally sickening to me personally.
Yeah.
What's weird though, I think maybe because I haven't had sex in like 4 months now, my eyes are being opened in different ways.
I'm dead.
Holes are opening in different ways. I've been seeing some white boys at the gym lately, and I'm like, but not your kind of white guy.
No, I know.
A gym white
our
guy.
types are literally could not be more different.
She likes lanky, tall, white guys. Ew.
But here's my thing. I think this is also what makes us good friends, though. Because when we go out, we never want the same person. Like when we were both single. You know what I mean? We both appreciate the same things.
Ugh.
But it's like we never actually want the same person.
I got started sweating thinking about lanky white men. Yeah, our
Anyway,
white man type is
It's
so
completely
different.
different.
She wants a little, I'm not saying full artsy fartsy, but like a granola, lanky, 6'6". I'm fine, perfectly fine with 6 feet tall, but you've seen like the white gym guys I'll send you videos of.
Yeah.
Woo.
Well, yeah, some of them, yeah.
Oh my God. Fuck. I'm like, holy shit.
Oh my
I'm like, I
God.
need to get in the gym more. Because what the But no, there's a white guy, and then I'll shut the about this. Today at the gym,
Yeah.
because I had my hair down too.
Mhm.
Guys lose their shit even when it's curly or straight. They look at me crazy. Sorry, I had a voice crack. So sorry. He would not stop looking at me. I was like, in my head, I was like, what's happened to white chocolate? Why are you looking at me like that? He would not stop looking at me. I was like, are you interested? Or are you like thinking slurs in your brain?
Yeah. Like it's giving petting zoo or...
But, what was even the question?
Has it made you more or less aware of your blackness? I think to answer that for me,
Yeah.
in the beginning stages, I'm always like, bruh, like, I'm gonna have to explain the purpose of a bonnet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like...
Yeah, I hate that.
Like, stuff like that. I'm
Become
like...
educated.
like, I don't want to, like, shove my RD in front of you. Like, I don't feel comfortable enough. You know what I mean? So, like, that... And just some... I don't know. There are differences. There just are.
Yeah.
Or, like, their family saying some dumb shit.
I think if anything, for me, in both my relationships, if anything, being in those relationships made me realize how white I was raised when it comes to family dynamic. Because for me, I talk back. That's white. I never knew.
Yeah, that's white as hell.
I never knew.
I
did not know until 2019 that
Stop
was
it.
white people shit.
I told you my white best friend, not Carly. Hey, Carly. My other white best friend would call her parents by their first name. I call my dad Calvin. He grounded me for a month. My dad grounded me for farting in the living room. He was ripping it everywhere, but it's his house. That's the black shit.
I was raised white, because what the
No.
hell?
I would get grounded for the craziest stuff that made no sense.
Bring that story
That
up 'cause
made
it kills me.
stuff where I'm looking at him like 7 years old, like, this does not make sense, bro. And I ask him why. Because I said so. Literally, like, come on.
You're like, so it can smell like ass in the house if it's you.
It is you, because you pay for it. Like, give me a break. Still gets me messed up. That's black shit, though.
God.
My friend literally saying, in a fight with her parents, calling them Greg and Jacqueline. Like, come on,
It'd be like
bro.
that. Jeff and Ronnie.
Stop. That's so white. That's so white.
Literally to this day, I'm more respectful now, and I like check myself.
Mm-hmm.
But literally to this day, I talk back to my dad. I don't talk to my mom. I talk back, absolutely. I did not know. No, and I only ever got spanked once. Because that's why I'm the way I am.
Yeah.
I was dropped on my head as a baby at 1 week old. My mom just left me there, went back to sleep. I was only spanked once.
Jesus Christ.
And I was raised by a Trump supporter.
Literally. Meanwhile, I got whooped for riding my Heelys in the house.
That's funny. But no, yeah, so if anything, I noticed the cultural difference regarding my whiteness. Because that was an issue, dating an Asian and then a Latino.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Holy shit. Imagine how I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, you can't talk back for anything. That's wild.
My Korean ex's family would say some trifling shit, and I'd be like, hey, that was trifling. And they'd be like, shut the f*** up.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, amen. And then he'd be mad at me, even though he knows I was in the right. I can't do it. So that's why, also on one hand, as much as the idea of a white man grosses me out, I'm frightened because I'm like, dynamically, do I go with a white man?
But I can't see you with
me
one.
either. I can't.
And that's the thing.
It would have to be just a very particular...
Or like a half Latino, half white, or like something.
Don't say that. Why'd I literally get chills? Oh my God.
Stop.
Next question.
I can only pull it up.
I literally just got hot. Stop. I've never met one.
Have we answered this? What is the hardest thing about being in an interracial relationship?
We haven't, but yes.
So when I was in my first white man relationship, stepping through the path of whiteness, right?
Yes.
It was frustrating.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wow, you really be doing crazy stuff and you don't have a fear in the world. Because also, let's not forget, my ex was like white, like blondish hair, blue-eyed, 6'6", right?
Yeah.
He's like Hitler's like wet dream.
Aryan!
So Aryan. Like so Aryan.
He doesn't tan, he burns type
like,
of white.
So Aryan would walk home drunk at like 3 a.m, like for an hour, like through LA.
Also came from like a
very like family,
like money,
too supportive.
Like
he didn't have to lift a finger for anything.
He was a very cushy white man.
Yes, very cushy, very cushy.
Yeah.
But and also from that, because my parents, like both of them, did not. My grandparents, right, came from nothing, and then figured it out, and they became like created better lives for their kids, and then my parents created better lives for like me and my brother, right? So I come from a family that has like generational, like you need to work for what you have, like it's not given to you.
Yeah.
We come from struggle and we're black.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like working was not an option. Going to college was not an option.
Like he could not even comprehend half of that. Like it did,
and meanwhile, like his grandpa, whatever, no disrespect to him, but you know, he was able to get some job because he like knew a guy in the 50s, and now he owns. No, I'm so dead ass.
That's literally how it works.
And
with white
now
people.
he owns like a whole chain of like very successful hotels. My ex-boyfriend feels like he does not need a job because his parents still fund his life pushing 30, okay? So when I would get pissed off and be like, bro, you're literally the most unmotivated person I've ever met, he acted like I just stabbed his puppy. Like, also, how could you even say that about me? Because you don't know what work is.
And as someone who's as hardworking as you, and I've told her this before, like she'll have an internship, she'll have like 2 jobs, college, like all whatever the is doing. And then this man can't even wake up earlier than
do
1
anything.
PM. No, that is so unattractive as someone, like, we
so
talked
ugly.
about this. As
so
go-getters,
ugly.
As people who do shit, like, I would have exes. I was working an internship, 2 jobs, full-time student. And instead of that motivating him, he literally in turn started hating me because I had shit going for me.
Ew.
Like, ew. Literally.
Ew. And I'm not saying, obviously, this is a rare case that I just happened to strike gold upon, right? But I'm not saying like all white guys are like this, but it's that with him specifically, it was that type of like, the world owes me mentality to where he just thinks like he should be given things.
Oh, hell no.
And that is just privilege, okay? That is literally just like, I come from a family where I don't have a worry in the world and I could do anything and my grandpa's gonna bail me out.
Jesus.
Type of thing.
Yeah.
He did how many semesters of college? Never graduated. My parents said, we're gonna help you with college. You're a double major? Yeah, 4 years.
They said wrap it up.
Let's cram it in there.
Wrap it up.
And then grad school, we'll be back here. You know what I mean? We'll be clapping in the back. Literally. But no, my parents are very supportive. But if I were to be like, let's push it a semester, that would just not happen.
No, you'd get
and
cut
also,
off.
when I have children, no.
Yeah,
I don't want my kids to ever have that mentality. Money don't grow on trees. That's another black saying. Okay?
Stop.
Money do not grow on trees. In his family, it does, apparently. Not to attack him, but I am. But I would say that was in my first, like, truly interracial relationship, I had moments of, like, wow, like, this is really how white men think. And I'd never known before.
I feel so stupid because Carson just laid out like a beautifully said, like, this is the hardest thing about being in interracial relationships. Privilege, yeah. What's my hardest thing from being in an interracial relationship? Trying to get my boyfriend to not say nigga when he's not black.
But here's the thing. You date those...
The wiggas.
They're not even wiggas because they're not white.
Like,
okay.
Like a Wigga version of Asians and Latinos
literally.
Is what happens to me.
On his profile, literally a Korean and cornrows. Brother, give me a break. First off, you're from Thousand Oaks, okay?
From Thousand Oaks.
Like, stop it.
Purebred Korean.
Like, stop it.
With a do-rag.
Like, stop it. A do-rag for straight hair. I'm sick, okay? Next one.
Says nigga with his chest when someone cut him off. I looked at him.
I don't even know what I would have done.
I was so shocked. And also, that was my first boyfriend. Like, I didn't know how to navigate this at all. And I was just excited to have a boyfriend. And he did that shit. They love saying nigga. They love it.
I know.
And then the other one.
They want you to say it. They're trying to, hey, say nigga.
Bro,
hey, say the N-word.
They're so
Why?
weird.
You're weird.
No, my whole relationship with BB was an argument of him not being able to say the N-word.
I'm sick.
There's the Doja Cat song, Niggas Ain't Shit.
Right.
He said it once, and he was like, I didn't say nigga. I said it he's like, I said a song title. The word nigga came out of your mouth, and he kept being like, I didn't say it, though. It's in the song.
He's just the worst.
Help me.
No, that's a good one, though.
That is, for me, that was literally...
That is a good one.
And I'd also say probably just navigating the family differences.
Yeah.
Because I'm going from a white family. You can do whatever the hell you want. You guys will, like, beat each other up and then be fine the next day. Because it's white trash that I come from. You know how it is. But, like, I was going into 100% Korean, 100% Salvi Persian families, and those are controlling, like, how do I say that, like,
it's like very specific family cultures and dynamics
where it's like respect your elders, don't talk back at all, it doesn't matter if you know they're wrong, blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna give you respect if you're not respecting me, and so that's why it was hard for me to deal with those families.
And there are like certain expectations in families, right?
Yeah.
Like for like black families, right? It's a thing. I don't know now, but like my parents always taught me, like, if you're going over to somebody's house, like meeting them for the first time, the worst thing you could do is show up empty-handed.
I think that's an Asian thing too.
Yeah. So it's like I had to, well, he asked, but like whenever they meet my family or like a boyfriend, I'm like, you gotta bring something. Because that's not a white thing.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I was not raised
I'm
like
you gotta bring something.
I always come empty-handed.
Yeah. No, and then, yeah, whenever I would come, like, to a boyfriend's house or whatever, like, I have, like, at least, like, a bouquet for the mom. And, like, a bottle of wine. But that's what my mom instilled that in me. Because my mom, you know my mom.
Yeah.
She's very much, like, if someone invites you into their home, it could be anything. You need to have something for them.
No, I agree now. Like, I would do that now at my own volition, but my dumbass Dude, the whites did me dirty,
No, that's like
bro.
not a white thing. That's what I'm saying.
Just like that's why I got an attitude problem. That's why I act the way I act, and I didn't know until like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
what
that's
the
insane.
hell?
That's insane.
But no, our little timer is about to go off in a minute. I don't know if we have
Can we answer like one more question?
closing thoughts or like.
I mean, I don't know. I think we've prefaced. So I don't know. Interracial relationships are interesting, but I think especially interesting, like if you're black in an interracial relationship, it's just different.
Being black, yeah, I think that's the one race.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's rough dating. I literally just had like 10 flashbacks. I'm like, it's rough. Because I think black women too, we've talked about this in a different episode too, but when it comes to like desirability, when it comes to other races, like we're seen as like, oh, you're pretty for a black girl.
Right.
Like, shit like that
Right.
too. So that I'd say that's another hard thing navigating. Like having your own boyfriend be like you're not your own boyfriend's type. Like, in my case. I
know what you mean. Yeah, or like the thought in the back of your head of like, are you really attracted to me?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, weird.
Yeah, because you're like, why are you here?
No, literally. Because literally, like, yeah, because it's just like, how did this happen?
I think especially with you, just because you're dating white men, you're like, what the fuck? For me, more when it's like a Latino, I'm like, well, I'm Latina adjacent.
Right.
For an Asian, I'm like, yeah, why are you here?
No,
this is
literally.
strange.
And like, yeah, like sometimes like for the white guys I go for, they look like they like strictly date blondes. You know what I mean? So, and I've asked a question. I asked a question literally a couple weeks ago. I was like, why?
Yeah.
And is this your first experience? I need to know for research. It wasn't. I was shocked. Thank God. But I was shocked. I was like, really? Tell me about it. In detail. I need to know.
But, so, I'm going to wrap it up because we all need to go to bed. As I drink my Alani, I'm going to be tweaking out tomorrow. That's awesome. But you guys should like, comment, and subscribe. Put your own experience with interracial dating. Yes. Or if you haven't dated outside of your race. Yeah. I would like talk about that too. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Go on our TikTok and defend me against these
literally
PCOS warriors.
All of our socials are at Thought Shit Podcast. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Watch on the video. Send it to a friend. Please. If you think we're funny.
Mac and Becky, get on your shit now.
Ooh, not a call out. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Bye.